This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 10, beginning at verse 1. Hear ye the word which the Lord Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, speaketh unto you, O house of Israel. Verse 2, Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, learn not the way of the heathen. Skipping to 1 Corinthians chapter 8. I'm going to start at verse 4. As concerning, therefore, the eating of those things that are offered in sacrifice unto idols, we know that an idol is nothing in the world, and that there is none other power but one. Verse 5. For though there be that are called gods, whether in heaven or in earth, as there be gods many and lords many. Verse 6. But to us there is but one power, the Father, of whom are all things, and we in him, and one Lord, Yahushua Mashiach, by whom are all things, and we by him. This is the book of Colossians, chapter 2. Point is verse 8. Beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit, after the traditions of men, after the rudiments of the world, and not after Mashiach. Book of Proverbs, chapter 14, verse 12. There is a way which seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death. I want to start off by giving all praises, all honor, and all glory to call Loyam, La Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Rachak, Kodesh Bakatham. Double honors to the apostles and to the elders of Great Millstone who do rule well. Peace and salutations to the Akim across the four corners of the earth, pushing the truth with faith and with sincerity, as well as risking their lives and the freedom to do so, now more so than ever. Shalom to the Akwath and the Akim out there listening and learning. Lord willingly, this is edifying. Shalom to the Israelite foreigners scattered abroad in the land of other nations, appearing like the other nations, but whom subscribe to this truth. To you, I say shalom. This is the brother Yahweh up out of the GMS Cleveland Church, a fellow servant, coming at you with another lesson through the Spirit and through the power of Yahweh Shem Shai. And basically, I was searching for something to do, an article, searching for some inspiration. And I came across this like yesterday, and I found it very telling and prophetic. And a sign of the times, how this place is losing its mirth. A lot of these enchantments are being broken, but at the same time, while they're being broken, they're actually also, like Esau is throwing out more enchantments than ever. It's got a lot of people that's waking up, even if they're not completely up out of the spell. You got still, people that's partaking in these holidays, but the mirth of these pagan ass holidays aren't the same. You got people complaining about the price of food going up. And then you had the nerve. I did a video about this because Biden made that proud ass statement, America's back, because they basically shipped. This was like the most expensive Thanksgiving in U.S. history. They made sure all their troops actually ate here and abroad. Now you got supply chain shortages and breakage, but yet still they made sure that these soldiers ate. And I was speaking on that video because I did a video about it, that these the same administration that is forcing, you to take something that you didn't want to take. It's videos that circulate and showing soldiers talking about they didn't want to take it, to the point where people didn't want to take it, that you had soldiers basically walk away from their careers as far as the military, So yeah, this place is being brought down low. This place is basically, there's no coming back, no matter how much they keep on saying it or wishing on it or hoping on it. And the thing is, they don't want it to come back like that. That's what a lot of people fail to realize. Well, a lot of the 2/3, a lot of people that's looking to live their best life in Babylon. They're talking about this strain. I can't pronounce it correctly. Omicron. I know it's a Greek word, but this new strain that's supposed to come out of South Africa. It's funny how they always coming out of melanated nations, But anyway, and now it's got the world in panic mode. And, you could see them literally going into a second lockdown. It's not coincidence that you got places like Austria that's locking down, and and with the one country, Austria, you had other countries ready to follow suit. So you know, and I was listening to the brother Bakura Moth. He made a statement about the elder in his camp was saying like if a second lockdown happens, this place is destroyed. You already got people. Matter of fact, the elder Atazawan from Men of Valor did a video about that. You had a Jake woman basically saying she got to close her business because due to the fact the price of food. I mean, she's in the food business. She said she can't afford the food, so it's either pay her rent or pay for her daily necessities or buy food. She can't get every item that customers order. So a second lockdown is going to destroy this place, and they're not trying to give you aid. Like they stopped the stimulus, so that you know that this was done by design. Or I mean, you should know, but a lot of people are asleep. So I found this fitting because, like I said, at the end, you people are taking partaking in the customs, but some people are waking out of it. They might, because a lot of people do things based on tradition, and that's why I brought out that scripture about what was that in I think it was Colossians about the traditions of man. That's not it. That's Jeremiah. That's First Corinthians. So Lucky, let me find it real quick because Colossians 2:8. Beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit after the traditions of men. So this is actually a pagan holiday as far as Thanksgiving is concerned. And it's funny because the company I work at, they big on certain shit. I mean, this being one of them. They're Edomites, of course. And this bitch put us in a chat. So I'm laughing at the shit because, you know, we in this chat, and then the brothers got a group chat, so they both going off, and I'm laughing at it. To the point where I got to delete it because it's Jake and Esau work there, and I'm wondering why they even put me in this group chat because this wasn't really for us; it was for them. So for they vain tradition. I don't celebrate no fucking Thanksgiving. You know what I mean? You know, if anything, like I forgot what elder made mention of it. That should have been outlawed because at the end of the day, you've had. Gad and Reuben speak out about this, as far as what that tradition really upholds, the slaughtering of, those tribes. This was basically a war feast for conquering Gad. And when you equate that, it's like the equate or compare it to you help a person up or you fight the person trip and you let them up without pouncing on them, not jumping on them, not taking advantage of them, and then you turn your back and they sucker punch you. That's what basically Esau Edom did. He a fucking coward, And don't get me wrong, all of them, some of them men, because you gotta remember they had they had the power of the sword. So why wouldn't they be warriors? And a lot of them. See, the thing is, some of them can fight and some of them can't. Just like some Jake can fight and some of them can't. All Jake can't fight. You know what I mean? Just Jake can excel. When Jake do things, they do it on another level, and that's sometimes brothers get simple with certain shit. I've met Jake that can't fight completely. You know what I mean? Like right. All men can lose a fight. It's always somebody out there that wanted more, but that's neither here nor there. My point being is, you can see the mirth of this place is really gone. So I'm gonna bring out a little bit of this article because again, like it was very fitting to the times. Um, so it says, no employees showing up today. Customers who prepay for Thanksgiving meals at Rancho Cucamonga, Boston Market find the store closed. Yeah, right. This is Rancho Cucamonga, a series of uh, personnel and store problems led to a Boston market store in Rancho Cucamonga keeping its doors closed on Thanksgiving Day, leaving customers who prepay for large meals hungry and scrambling for a pan B. And that's just a testimony and testament to the fact that this place is going down. This place over with. A major holiday like that. And I wouldn't be surprised if these people didn't even lose their job. You know what I mean? Because the simple fact is this, you got people that's leaving their jobs in record numbers. Which that's a spell in the chat because that's you basically doing what the elites want. They want people in desperation mode. They want people fucked up out here. But people so overwhelmed and stressed, you know what I mean? They like, they don't give a fuck. The mindset of America. I grew up working at a young age. So I've watched the transition. When I first started working, I watched managers, say for instance at a restaurant, the manager of McDonald's. That person became the manager because of the fact they knew they started off probably at the lowest level in that store and worked their way up. So that manager was able to actually run the store by themselves. Nowadays, it's not set up like that. You got people that are put in management positions just based on the fact because who they know or whatever the fuck. I was put in a position like that at the job I'm at. It's maybe 4 departments, and I'm good at one department. I know something about another department, and being because of the fact I've been there longer, they was gonna put me. I had the seniority. They was gonna put me over. Although the person that actually should have been in charge of the department makes more money, been in the company less, but makes more money. And I'm thinking to myself like, well, why would I want to actually take charge or like have? Because the thing is this: the risk and the reward ain't weighing up right. The point of a manager, if the ship sinks, they get paid for that. That's what it. Why would I be in charge because of the seniority? But take the time to really think about what I'm saying. It's a guy that's been there least a least amount of time or a lesser amount of time than I have, but he makes more money than me. I know more than this guy, but he makes more money than me. It is, so I'm like, wow, you people are fucking stupid because they don't have any system of how you rewarding people. So, with a lot of how this administration is running the country into the ground, I'm lightweight watching these Edomites at this job running this company in the ground. I mean, and rightfully so. And, I'm not looking to make a future out of this. What I'm saying is I work in production. So, we work based on orders and they lost a lot of customers. So based on them sending out an order fucked up can actually fuck up like all our jobs. You get what I'm saying? But people are so like in a I don't give a fuck mode. And that's just the whole society right now. They don't even care. They're not even looking at it like that. And that's the same thing with this, with this Boston Market thing. Several customers posted to social media that they arrived at Boston Market 10890 Foothill Boulevard on Thursday, only to find the store locked tight and a handwritten sign of apology posted on the door. No employees showing up today. We are unable to fulfill the orders. We are sorry, the sign said. Several people reported driving as much as an hour to get to this store and pick up their prepaid orders. And even though no employees were in the store to hand out the food, the orders were apparently visible through the store's glass windows, stacked up and ready to go. And like I say, that's the mindset of a lot of these companies. That's why, like I said, you had like I forgot what they called it. Like they call it the mass exodus because all these people left their jobs with it. Like in the last couple months, like millions of people though. Because people are unfulfilled, people are seeing the bullshit. Why this guy Biden is under delusion that America is great again. America's back. And that show you how fucked up these people is, because he ain't just saying that shit. Like, he really feel that way. Delusional. But it tells you in the book of Thessalonians that he shall send strong delusions. In a Facebook post, David Kinder, who says he recently returned to work for Boston Market as an hourly shift manager, claims the walkout was the result of several weeks of mismanagement. In a series of posts that include his resignation letter, he wrote the store has been without a working water heater for 3 weeks. Now, I got a brother that worked at a certain restaurant, I ain't going to say the name, in our camp. And he was telling us about how they hadn't had no hot water. Same thing. Well, the hot water is your what's that? Your furnace, right? Not your furnace. Your hot water heater. So how you gonna sanitize the dishes without clean hot water? He said that they worked and they was doing this shit for like months, sending out food. So you don't know people getting sick or nothing. This is the mindset of America. This place is done. I mean, it doesn't appear done because it's dying slowly. That's one of the worst deaths too. You know what I mean? That's why it talks about it's better to die by the sword than to pine away, or to die by starvation, rather, for paraphrase. I know I'm butchering it, but basically it said those that pine away because that's a slow, agonizing death. You ever seen them commercials? I remember growing up watching them commercials about the Christian fund that get money to send to Africa, and then these people still starve. All these years, all this money collected, people still starving. When you go, it's a book that was circulating through our camp talking about how the white folks get so rich. I think it's titled "How White Folks Got So Rich." You look at all these programs these fucking devils set up. They basically found a way to like what the Red Cross. Perfect example. The Red Cross. You know how much money is smuggled and tunneled and funneled and what's that word? Embezzled. Yeah, because these charities are set up to actually do criminal activities. Yet and still, though, they'll put Jake in a position for him to live. He'll have to sell drugs or go to crime. That's why you got white collar crime. But then Esau commit crime. That's just like Esau commit a crime like the embezzlement and only get a couple years. In the feds, living better, getting conjugal visits, while Jake been put in a position where he in poverty, where he got to fight to live every day. This is place, and then you got stupid ass Jake still want to fight for it. So like, yeah, will really literally want to, you'll have a motherfucker like Slim Thug. You funny, you ugly. If y'all fuck this up, like he gonna just send the whole goons at us. May the Lord fuck that nigga up. May the Lord kill that nigga for real. A nigga. And I said it. That Esau, and then these homo thug ass niggas be a bitch to Esau though. Because basically that's what you're doing. Tap this. If you fuck this up, like we got power over that shit. This is all the program of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shot. Bitch ass nigga. Working water heater for 3 weeks, has only one working point of sale system. His general manager was hospitalized last week, and the area manager who had been helping with some catering orders had already put in his notice, and it's leaving at the end of Thanksgiving week. So basically, that store was catching all kind of hell. So that's why they did. And then what happens? Your management is actually supposed to make sure things are running smoothly. But if they management was fucked up, then and that's just like how the scriptures say in the book of Sirach or Ecclesiasticus to the book of Sirach chapter 10 about the people are as the judge of the city is. So if his problem's coming from on high, the people the city is how the king is. So and that was a statement made at my job. How the shit gonna function correctly if and I watch it, even with, I watch them steal certain suggestions that we come up with and then make it as if like they came up with it. Like, these motherfuckers got listening device. I thought the feds put me in this program. You know what I mean? Because I was in a program to get this job. Come to find out these motherfuckers can hear what you saying and shit. They put more money into listening to what you saying at this job than to actually implementing things that would actually work. Actual ideas that would actually make the company run better. They were worried about what you thinking and saying. This shit, like I say, it really make you think. It's like say, Esau Edom, this fucked up ass system, America got, the Patriot Act, everything is tapped now. I was like, I've been looking at it, but at the end of the day, like, it is what it is. That's why I'm like one of the few people that sugarcoat shit in there. Because I'm like, at the end of the day, it's the truth. It ain't like I'm just calling you a bitch, disrespecting you for no reason. Like, the things I'm speaking on is the things that's going on that's true. It's time for Boston Market Corporate to stop being the fat cats and reinvest their facilities and their people. Kinder wrote in his 2-page resignation letter. So yeah, this plays part, and this is just a prequel, an example of America. If you sit back and you got a spiritual eye salve, you will see the Most High is so cold at how he do things. Like we was at camp yesterday and we was speaking, and we brothers that's in the truth that go out on the highways and hedges, you show you how cold the Lord is. We'll be speaking about something and the Lord will manifest it. That's where we have our power at. It's not in our might, our numbers, our physique. It's in the power of our mouth. Like we're the heavenly Father's mouthpiece. He tells you that in the book of Luke chapter 1, as he spoke by the mouth of his holy prophets. And the Lord, because basically the Lord is having us, he put a spirit on us to go out on the highways and hedges to proclaim, because it's all the will of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. And if you are in accords with that, that's how you know you in the spirit. This is not our will, like Yahweh Shah said. It's the will of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah. Not my will be done, but your will. But like I said, just how this store is running, where it fell apart, they might try to, but like I said, this place is going down. What I mean? Sales of certain shit is so you got to understand the supply chain is fucked up, and these stores literally like have to constantly get supplies in, and the supply chain is broken. You don't think yeah. Man, this shit gonna be horrible and beautiful at the same time. What has been happening here is appalling. Fix it, but you won't fix it with me. He said, I quit. You can fix it. He telling him to fix it, but I'm not going to be around to deal with this shit. I'm not going to be here. In a statement, Boston Market says they will refund the orders of every guest. They're going to have to. Impacted by our Rancho Cucamonga store. We are investigating the cause of this issue. The company said, we sincerely apologize to every guest who placed the order and came to the restaurant today. So, that down. I'll make a statement, but nobody's going. That's the beautiful part about having a corporation. Just something simple like that, like having a limited liability corporation. You can go do something like that, and I mean, like I knew a guy that had one. You could do all kind of shit. You know what I mean? And that's how Esau remains wealthy. You know what I mean? Passes wealth and smuggles wealth. That's why you got people like Donald Trump that don't pay taxes but have these super huge incomes. You know what I mean? Like, just fucking, like, this place is fucked up. You know what I mean? You know, it's a guy, Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and he was talking about how, like, the wealthy, they teach their children how to actually, like, invest, start businesses, and make their money work for them, while poor people teach their children to go get a job. Yeah, facts. And then when you see that, that's why you got more of Edomites actually like maintaining and surviving a lot better. Now Jake ain't completely fucked up because Jake has always been like at a low level. So Jake, if you ain't never have, that is a statement that I think Jay-Z or one of those fucking sellout rappers said. He said once you get to eat caviar, you can never go back to sardines. But yeah, you can, because at the end of the day, it tells you the Most High make of rich and make of poor. So if the Most High wants you to go back and eat sardines or less than, I've been homeless, so I've seen guys that had shit, and it ain't always drugs or, you know what I mean? It could be the bitch took everything from him. Facts. So, I got a couple scriptures to close with. At the end of the day, the birth of this place is fucking dead. The book of Isaiah, chapter 24, verse 10. The city of confusion is broken down, and every house is shut up, that no man may come in. Verse 11, there's crying for wine in the streets, all joy is darkened, the mirth of the land is gone. And that's a testament to that, why these employees, because like I said, they could have easily left that shit. I mean, like a couple people came in, all you doing is passing out orders. The orders was pre-made. They did that on purpose to make a point. And the way the society is, I mean, well, the way the situation is right now, I can't see them firing them like that. Because somebody got to take, that's what, like my job do that. You know what I mean? Like they want to put somebody in position, like they was trying to do it to me. You the supervisor. I'm like, well, first of all, I didn't sign up to be the supervisor. And second of all, I don't even know this line. Why would I agree to this? And you got stupid ass people that love power. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah, I'll do it because they want to be able to tell somebody what to do. But no, fuck that. I'll wait on the power. Yeah, I should be shot if I'm able or if it's my lot to receive any. You know what I mean? I'm like Pimp C in that mode. You know what I mean? Give me the money. Fuck the fame. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want the attention or you thinking I'm somebody. Because if you think yourself something, you are nothing. Roughly paraphrased. That's in the scripture. Pride puff up. Like the fuck? No, why would I agree to like I said, I'm in charge, but I don't know how to run this bit. But this is these stupid ass people mindset. So like I say, I can't see them employees losing their jobs like that because they're gonna need to hire new employees. Come on, somebody told me that Jimmy John's paying $13. This is a sandwich restaurant. That's how you know this bitch is owe it. You know what I mean? Minimum wage really supposed to be like $15. Just people is not showing you how crooked everything is. They will be enforcing it. The federal government ain't enforcing it like that. You guys people still making $8, $9. Why do you think Amazon pay people $15? But that's not no great wage. That's why motherfuckers is broke after they pay their bills and shit. You know, these people, you got to remember, these people got people that sit back and analyze shit. Like, I remember the brothers from Benevalla was breaking that out. They were saying out like, okay, boo, you know, the price of living in certain cities. They say estimate, okay, well, if they make this much, the rent is this and paying for food is this, and by the end of the week, they probably got $40 left. They don't want you living comfortable. They want you always constantly. This is a fucked up ass place if you ever just sit back and meditate on it. And if the Lord dealing with you, because, you know, if you still in the world, you know, you got people that's literally like kicking it hard with all this shit going on. Yeah. I got one closing scripture. This is the book of Isaiah. I mean, no, this is the book of Ecclesiastes. I could have got Isaiah. Because, I mean, you know, it's still working the land. It's just people, spirit is, I mean, the Lord got people like, fuck it, I don't want to work. This is the book of Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 1. Remember thou thy creator the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. So you're supposed to, you know, keep and get to know the Yahweh Shai as a young man, you know. You know, right now is the time, this is a grace period to build yourself up for the times to come. Because like I said, we was just speaking on this at camp yesterday. Like at the end of the day, this is just the beginning. Like that Travis Scott, you know, the brother Bukora Moff was just speaking on that. You know, your shield of faith, you supposed to be upgrading constantly in this truth. If you still the same person that you came in as, that's gonna be, we constantly supposed to be building. That's what, we talk about these lessons for the edification, for the edifying. That's the build up. Verse 2, while the sun or the light or the moon or the street, Slaki, while the sun or the light or the moon or the stars be not darkened, or the clouds return after the rain. Verse 3, in the day when the keeper of the house shall tremble, meaning these people, these elites, because they ain't trembling because of the fact that they literally see, all these sights of these chariots. They see the hopeful elect and the men preaching this truth on the highways and hedges week in, week out. They see the bombardment of these videos. And I'm watching how YouTube moving with this shit because, they done opened it where you can still, now you can go back to live streaming without 1,000 people on your channel. Why do you think they did that? I have a feeling that, just speaking as a man, but I have a feeling that they gonna just do a massive, like clean, shut everything down type thing. And then, that's gonna fulfill the scriptures about, a famine of, not bread, but a famine of hearing the word. And that's when people gonna be seeking answers. And ain't gonna be able to get them. That's like a judgment. Because it's nothing like understanding why you're going through what you're going through. It's very rare for you to be able to deal with a situation you not know. That could break your faith. Like the brothers was breaking out about the elder apostles. Our elder apostles are so strong when you take time to think about it because the men that they elders that's taught them, actually some of them fell out and went back into the world. And for them to be diligent and keep on persistent with that's a major stumbling block. When you really take time to think about it, yeah. And for them to persevere, push on, and you gotta admire that. And that's why I always use that scripture when I comment on their comment board about thy eye shall see thy teacher. Those are my teachers because I've learned so much stuff from them. When you really break down the scriptures from that's how I truly believe the men are the men of the Lord. I truly believe this is the truth. And you in that day are going to have to stand on that. The brother Ayash from Mississippi made a video about that. I did a response to it. You're going to have to stand on these scriptures because with the times coming, all you're going to have is your faith. We brought that out of that camp. You might not have nothing else. You might have stored up some food, bought you some silver, got you something to protect you and your family, or if you a man by yourself. And you know what I'm saying? You might not have none of that shit. You might be like Daniel thrown in the lion's den or put in a internment camp. What you gonna have in that camp? The only thing you gonna have is your faith. And the Lord can do whatever because, like I said, depending on your lot. You know how many times I've been to jail and it was for bad decisions, but if the Lord control the steps of men, he knew I was going to be put in a position to go to jail. And I swear it's been times I go to jail and I talk to somebody about the truth and get released. You know, so yeah, I mean, and the thing is, that's why you right now you got to do so much to try to stay in the truth because, like, brothers was bringing this out. Like, take time to think about it. You done did these videos. You done gave up your life in the world to walk and do the will of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. But that's why it's so important to fear the Most High. Because what if he don't put you in a terminal camp? He don't do anything and allow you to survive, but he don't beam you up. He let you see the missiles and feel the missiles. That's a hell of a judgment. And things like that is going to happen. In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble and the strong men shall bow themselves and the grinders cease. So, you know what I mean? Eventually with because these lockdowns about to happen again. It's a reason why they pushing the narrative of, you know, this variant is just so dangerous. It's not coincidence that Bill Gates, a couple weeks prior, talk about these germ games and all this shit. This is the elites talking in code in front of y'all. Now, brothers are aware because they got a spiritual discernment, but the 2/3 nigga, it's gonna be another lockdown. That movie, Songbird, shows you that. Come on, it went all the way up to CV 23. Then these elites they still able to move around and like just and that show you their mindset. As big as this fucking planet is, you got whole areas and cities that literally, if you tear down all these abandoned buildings, you will have just all this room. But these people want to hoard the whole. That's what I know through the spirit. I truly believe that these fucking devils is the fucking Hebrew Edomites. Because they carnal people, they greedy people, and I truly believe that you so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, Seminole Indians are the biblical Israelites because you fit the curses. And when you look at it these days with a spiritual eye, you can see it because they are few. And those that look out of the windows be darkened. Verse 4, and the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low. And he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. And right now, you at a time when the music suck. You got people like, what's that, Lil Nas X, with his, like, this weirdo ass dude. But, it's the reason why that dude is in the position he is. Brothers was bringing that out. You got the adepts. He's an adept. That's why, because they can recognize shit. Because a lot of the stuff is put in your face. It's called hidden in plain sight. And you got people that can recognize it and they understand, the language and understand what is being done. And you got people that don't. I always use the analogy of that movie Blade. You had a glyph for the vampires, and it was right there amongst like the storefront, the name of the storefront, or the club, and only the adepts could see it, the vampires. Because if you go into it, if you understand and go into the understanding of it, the vampires aren't, although the elites drink blood, but and want to live forever, but it's symbolic. There's no motherfucker walking around drinking blood to live with the teeth growing and, turn into a bat and shit like that. No, it's symbolic. The elites do really drink blood. But yeah. So Like that's why with Lil Nas X in that that song Ontario or whatever with the devil. When you go into that word, like I said again, a lot of this we was bringing this out. A lot of this when when the Lord allows you to really understand, like this society is steeped in witchcraft, and that's why the scriptures in there talk about in the book of Isaiah it talks about I think in Isaiah 47 talking about the different enchantments. You know, the book of Nahum, Misters of Witchcrafts. You know what I mean? The society is built on. That's where you get the mystery schools from. You got all these different Masonic secret societies. It tells you that where you can't understand what they're doing. Yahweh Shah said everything I told you in the open. You think y'all roughly paraphrase y'all speaking in secret. So I just wanted to bring that out because as you can see, like I said, that's a testament to this place is pretty much done. When you got, like I said, situations like that, and that probably ain't the only place that happened at. You got to remember, a lot of news is not reported. They only report what they want you to know. You seeing literally, I mean, for instance, like I said again, like this is on the, you had Biden literally call into like, I forgot what, like NBC or something like that, literally talk about America back. You got it's families probably multiple families that didn't eat. But again, it's pride of Esau. So if you're so-called Black, Hispanic, Native American, Seminole Indian, West Indian, or Haitian, I implore you to repent and come back to the laws and statutes and commandments of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Because you seeing this place go down, and if you stay joined onto these fucking devils, you will be destroyed with these devils. It says in the scriptures, all those that be joined onto them shall be thrust through. That ain't my words. That's the words of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. So with that, I'm going to end the lesson. Lord willingly was edifying. I want to give all praises, all honor, and all glory to call Loyam, La Yahweh, Ba Hashem, Yahushai, Ba Hashem, Kodas Brakatham, double honors to the apostles and to the elders of Great Millstone who do rule well. Peace and salutations to the Akim across the four corners of the earth, pushing his truth with faith and with sincerity, as well as risking their lives and the freedom to do so. Shalom to the Akwath and the Akim out there listening and learning. Lord willingly, this was edifying. Shalom to the Israelite foreigners scattered abroad in the land of other nations, appearing like the other nations, but subscribing to this truth. To you, I say shalom. Till next time I'm able to come with another lesson. Shalom, shalom. Mawatha lababal, shalom.